Welcome to another explosive edition of the P&B Sports Show. I'm Abel Sunday. Arsenal edged past West Ham United with a hard-fought 1-0 victory, but was this another statement performance from Mikel Arteta's men in the title race, or are they are the Gunners still leaving questions unanswered? And then we head to Spain, where the spotlight is burning brighter than ever on Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid, from the frustration to growing pressure at the Santiago Bernabeu. What exactly is going on between the French superstar and the Madrid faithful? Joining me in the studio is our ever sensitive, that will make sense after this, I beg your pardon, is the sport Berlusconi himself, Arokotom, and also from the ancient city of Benin, the abracadabra of sport, John. Grab your teacup because P&B Sport start now.
We're bringing you the biggest headlines, match analysis, and expert analysis from the world of sport.
Unbelievable! It's Rodri! Manchester City are on their way!
From football to basketball to athletics, from outdoor sports to indoor sports, we all got you covered. Stay with us as we break down the latest results
And as we dive into the major sports stories making waves globally and locally.
Oh, he's taken it! It's up, there he goes!
Your home of everything sports, only on Politics and Business Television.
Welcome back. It's still P&B Sports Show, reaching you live from the nation's capital. And the sport Berlusconi is here with us. Unfortunately, most times Mondays like this, you are away somewhere enjoying yourself, but you find time to come and see us in the studio this morning. Welcome to P&B Sports Show.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here. You know, it's an honor to always be with you in the studio.
Well, of course, definitely. And the abracadabra, so we'll call him that because he brings magic to sport analysis. I said Aroko, Eru John. Eru, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Victor. Morning, Tom. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, of course, definitely. But I think we should just dive into the conversation because we don't have time anymore. Tom, let me start with you. We saw how Arsenal were able to crush West Ham, but this is a very tough fight. And we saw the goal from Trossard now at Arsenal. Do you think Arsenal has beginning to show a kind of identity, this winning mentality, showing title credentials? You can put, and so you can list those coming like that. Do you think they started showing that potential that yes, they are ready for this season?
You know, prior to that match, they had 3 matches left, and now they have 2. You know, when I saw the performance, I won't call it, like you said, crushed. I won't call it crushing. I would say that the West Ham side, you know, they held their own. They showed the type of skill that they have. And then again, when you see the identity of the team of Arsenal, I think they made some changes that I feel were necessary to make, especially moving forward into the Champions League final, and also into the final 2 matches that they have, one against Crystal Palace and the other against Burnley. You could see the goal from Trossard. You know, Trossard has become somewhat of the perfect clutch player for the Arsenal. If not one of the best clutch players in the English Premier League at the moment. After that 83rd minute goal, I think that says a lot about him. You know, I think that was his 10th goal of the season. It stopped a scoring drought for him. So that says a lot about Trossard, and with the way he plays and with the way Arteta has decided to use him over time.
Well said, Eru. I want you to talk about David. I'm talking about David Reyes, the world-class save that he made yesterday. Wasn't that? I think that's for me. I think that saves that 3 point for Arsenal yesterday. Are you with me, Eru? I think we're having some kind of glitch with Eru. I don't know what's happening to Benin right now. I don't know what's happening there, the Asian city of Benin. So, but let me ask you that same question. We saw what David Reyes did yesterday. That was classic one-on-one with one of the strikers from West Ham. That was a world-class save, and that should be a goal. Anytime, any day, that should be a goal. But we don't know how David was able to stop that. So from your own opinion, do you think that actually salvaged the 3 points for Arsenal.
To me, I think that was the save of the season. In an intense moment like that, in a moment when that is all that matters, you just had to save your team from that. And that saving a goal from Matheus Fernandes, it meant a lot. It meant so much, when it came to that minute. And I think that when you look at a player like David Raya, he's one that has held his own over time. He's a player that has shown why he's there and why he's the number one keeper, when it comes to Arsenal. And he has proved his own over time. And I think that it was an amazing save. If that goal had gone in, it would have shattered Arsenal's hope, or maybe slow them down, because we would have had the Manchester City. It would have been a 74, to have just been a 2 or 3 point lead for the Manchester City side. For him, he saved the Arsenal season for now, and he has given them hopes for now.
Well said. Are you back with us now? Eric, can you hear me? Okay, I think your network is kind of fluctuating, but can you hear me now? Okay, I asked earlier about the save from David Raya, Arsenal's goalkeeper, and the world-class save. I was saying that alone, I think that was able. That was the save of, according to what Arako said, he said the save of the season. Do you think that actually helped Arsenal to gain full 3 points? Because surely that's supposed to be a goal. Then I want you to tie this to that question where Martin Odegaard. What the performance yesterday? How can you rate him?
Okay, first of about the save by David Raya, that was indeed a world-class save. I can argue this that was the best save of the season, given time that save for God, the pressure, the intensity of the game at that time. And like I always tell you, people are psychological. The thing that first things do to you, it gives you a certain moral booster, it gives you a momentum increase when things like that happen. It's something that everybody already talks that, this going in, this is goal, and then magically it goes faster to speak about. Immediately I saw that, it flashed my mind back to the 2022 World Cup, where Martinez did something similar from Turam, Argentina versus France in the last minute of the extra time. You see, it gives you a certain moral booster. It gives you the hope that, we are still this. And it just energizes you, it energizes the players that, okay, yes, we are still in this, all of it can go on. And I think that was very crucial to Arsenal winning the game. And then, so Martin Odegaard, his performance today, I'll give him kudos, especially for someone who has been, Martin Odegaard has been criticized a lot this season, not just by our rivals, but even by Arsenal players.
Oh, I think we're having some okay.
Yeah, I mean, very, very. Are you with me?
Yeah, go ahead. Can hear you. Go ahead.
And then he has been on and on injury. So giving such a performance yesterday, it was a good one.
I think Eru's network is kind of okay. Eru, you are done. Okay, fine. Let's come back to Tom. We saw. Can we finally say that Arsenal already they're in control of the league, because winning that game yesterday, it shows that yes, these guys, they know what they're doing, and of course taking full advantage of Man City dropping point on Monday against Everton, and they had to just 6. Now, of course, even if 79, I beg your pardon, they're 79 now, while Man City 74, which is 7 point or 6 point lead. 6 point lead at the point. I'll be 5 point. 5 point lead. So them winning, just they have 2 games left, and I think they're playing Crystal Palace and is it Bournemouth or
they are playing Burnley first,
and then Crystal
Palace as the last match.
And Burnley should be he already has relegated. So looking at these 2 teams, I think there are easy way for there are easy teams or easy games for Arsenal to see that.
I disagree entirely. You know, when we watch that West Ham match, we saw something that we've been worried about for a very long time. We say that this is a team that has one of the best. You know, they have a lot of replacements. Yes, we saw that. We saw a lot of changes from Arsenal as well. But then again, Arsenal had 16 54% possession, while West Ham had 36% possession. Yes, possession does not always matter, but when you are a team like Arsenal is a team that should be scoring a high score, that should be scoring enough goals. Like what their last match, when Saka had the last goal, when you could see it was a high scoring match. I expected that against the West Ham side. But then again, we'll be playing Burnley and we'll be playing Crystal Palace. These are sides that are thinking about the relegation right now. Come on, when you meet a team that has nothing to lose, they are not under any pressure, they already know where their fate lies. I think they will want to use the champions to prove a point. And I think that is where we might be at the moment. We might see a gridlock whereby they might lose it, but then again, they might win it. But that says a lot. And I think that when you look at the Manchester City side and the way they want to and the way they play, come on, we know what Pep Guardiola is up to. We know him saying that yes, that we've lost this, blah blah blah. He keeps saying things like that. And like we said on Saturday on Balls of Fire, we said it might just be a psychological game. Yes, but his eyes are on the English Premier League. His eyes are on the FA Cup. He's trying to see how he can win all three: Carabao, FA, and English Premier League. So that says a lot. So we need an Arsenal side that doesn't just hold possession. We need an Arsenal side that, despite injuries, they can hold their own. Even if White is out, we can have players that can step in for White, and that will mean a lot for the Arsenal side.
Well said. Eru, let me ask you. We have 2 games left for Arsenal. We have 3 games left for Man City, and with these games, I think Man City have more difficult games to play than Arsenal. But from your own angle, do you think there might be anywhere where either of these teams might drop points again, either Arsenal or Man City?
Of course, yes. There's a possibility of either of these teams dropping points or even both teams dropping points. Football is not only one-sided. You can never say never win a game of football. If we're told by that Arsenal will be in this situation, if this was 10, 12 games ago, by now we'd already be concluding that Arsenal have been better months already, because there was a time in the season they were leading 9 points, 10 points, there was a 10-point difference. So you can never say never. Arsenal has Burnley and Crystal Palace to play. Burnley is relegated already, but if you check history, when it comes to the Premier League, there's one thing this team do. They try to cause the upset. So these 2 games that are remaining for the Arsenal side, Crystal Palace is a long game. They are not going to be easy games for Arsenal. They are not going to be walkover games for Arsenal. The other teams, they always want to come and upset. They always want to make the question. As well as Manchester City, they have 3 games left, and there's every possibility that they also miss points again. Don't forget, it's a Premier League encounter. Nobody's there for charity. It's not the charity organization. So yes, there's a possibility of both teams losing points even in the remaining 2 to 3 games of the season. Yeah.
Well said. Okay, I'll just ask you a straightforward question. Just is this yes or no? Do you think Arsenal will win this season?
I hope not.
No, just a yes or no. It's yes or no.
I hope not. I'm not going to put my money.
Eru, do you think Arsenal is going to win this season? Eru, do you think Arsenal is going to win this season or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think they'll win it, but I don't want it.
Okay, it's time for us to go on a short break, and when we return, we'll be heading to Spain, and we'll tell you everything about Kylian Mbappe and the Madrid faithful. What's really going down there? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We're bringing you the biggest headlines, match analysis, and expert analysis from the world of sport.
Unbelievable! It's Rodri! Manchester City are on their way!
From football to basketball to athletics, from outdoor sports to indoor sports, we all got you covered. Stay with us as we break down the latest results
And as we dive into the major sports stories making waves globally and locally.
Forward! Oh, he's taken it! Push, yes! It's up, there he goes!
Your home of everything sports, only on Politics and Business Television.
Welcome back. It's the P&B Sports Show, reaching you live from the nation's capital, and I'm very much with the Sport Berlusconi and also the Abracadabra of Sports, John. let's dive into. Oh, before we go there, there's a controversy. I just remembered now. The last minute goal, I mean seconds goal from West Ham that VAR ruled out. Eru, from your own end, do you think that should stand?
In all sincerity, that is a goal.
I agree.
And I will say that because of one reason. I've always said it on this show that the video assistant referee in England is the most inconsistent technological advancement that I've ever seen on come across my life. The VAR referees, they are so inconsistent. I don't know, I think they act from their mood when they are in good mood or when they are in bad mood. Because that exact action that was ruled out for a foul, Arsenal has scored several things in this season via that same action. Arsenal are fast in the beginning of the season. That was Arsenal's tactics in scoring all their numerous corner kicks. They tend to strangle your goalkeeper, they overcrowd your box. And I was beginning to wonder what exactly is the reason why this goal cannot stand. But before now, you rule it as a goal. So yes, in my opinion, that goal should have been, and that was a pure fire on West Ham. I was aware that after this morning, David Moyes said the West Ham team they are already thinking of having an official complaint to the English FA because of that.
But my own take is even if they fired any complaint or petition, it will not still change anything. Would they overturn the 3 points? I don't think that will, and I believe you share some sentiment with.
It depends on the verdicts of the English FA. It depends on the verdicts.
Okay.
So, I don't know because the couple spending.
All right. We have just 4 minutes left. I wonder how you're going to talk about this Mbappe scandal, but I think I'll just give you guys maybe a minute each to see how you talk about. Let me start with you, Tom. Tom, a minute. Mbappe, they saw him at is it Italy or Spain? Is it Italy or France with his girlfriend while he's supposed to be I think he's injured. He's supposed to be nursing his injury, but they saw him with his girlfriend relaxing, and it sparked reactions all over. And considering the fact that they have a El Clasico coming up, and they are behind the champions now, Barcelona with 11 points then, but now 14. So a lot of them, and they wanted him out of the. That was what started the whole.
First of all, I think a lot of fans should realize that these players are not just players, they are human beings as well. They have a life outside football. If a player says he's injured, then we should respect that. If the medical team says he's injured, we should respect that as well. And we need them to understand that this is not just about football. Players, no matter how much you are paying them, you need them to be in the right state of mind. If he decides to spend time with his wife, with his girlfriend, with his mother, with his sister, or even with a family member or with anybody, I think that doesn't matter. The most important thing is that he should be healthy so that he can perform better in the future. He's one of the highest goal scorers, even with the time that he has been off for the Real Madrid side, and that says a lot about the quality of player. I think a lot of Real Madrid fans are budging themselves too much on issues that they should not bother themselves on. But then again, this is the highest campaign in the history of football, in my own opinion. But yes, did that affect their El Clasico match? I think yes, it did. In 94 years, we've not seen an El Clasico final, an El Clasico trophy decider in Spain, and that says a lot about what is happening in the Spanish league. This is the second consecutive title for the Barcelona side, and it just confirms the fact that the Real Madrid side will be going home trophyless this season. So I think that it shows a lot. His absence has showed a lot as well.
Okay, well said. In fact, I gave you 1 minute, you took 2 minutes. Aaron, quickly, please, in 1 minute, we don't have time again. What is your opinion on this Mbappe's controversy?
I think the sentiments of my brother Tom. I think the Real Madrid fans are concerning themselves with what's not important. Mbappe is injured. Everybody is not an injury that they come out to show with safety. So if in his injury, he decides to spend time with his woman or whoever he can spend time with, how does that affect? There are more important issues. In the week, was there not a I've just a violence incident that occurred in their training ground that involved their family?
Yeah.
Let them concern themselves with that. I'm talking about Mbappe. What concerns for what Mbappe is doing in his time injured? As far as concerned, he does not go against the policy of the club and they'll go against the rules of the game. I don't think that would be a problem. I don't think Paul Ascension is focused on him and this because he's one of the biggest things in the Real Madrid season. And being that he's the highest risk for this season, and with over 40 days, they may want to be on the first round for him. So I've seen they are even thinking that two are not injured. Because I don't give them 2 days on the day. No,
Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have time again. We don't have time. I just hope we'll push this topic to tomorrow and we'll talk about it again tomorrow extensively. At least we'll go down. And that's the size of our show this morning. I want to say a very big thank you to the Berlusconi of Sport, our Kotom,
thank you so
and
much.
also the Abracadabra of Sport from the Asian City of Benin region. Thank you so much for your contribution on the show this morning.